असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। O Lord the Almighty, we humbly and sincerely bow down and pray before you to seek your blessings, your grace, your compassion, mercy, forgiveness, strength and fortitude to understand and assimilate this supreme knowledge which you are imparting to a rare selected few. Please make this knowledge a living reality in our lives. Our salutations and gratitude to the entire Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. The meaning of these first two mantras, the first one, Asatoma, is taken from the Chandogya Upanishad. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. The second mantra, Sahana Bhavatu, is taken from the Taittiriya Upanishad. May we all be protected. May we all be nourished. May we all work together with great energy. May our intellect be sharpened. May our study be effective. Let there be no animosity amongst us. And then we say, peace, peace, peace. Now the reason for also saying peace 3 times is, as you all have heard the word tapatraya. Tapa means untoward things or not so pleasant things are traya in nature, meaning there are 3 types. One is disturbance within your own body and mind, where you could have an illness in your body or a pain in your head or something bothering you, so you're not able to focus from your body and mind side. So that is, it is known as Adhyatmika. The second hindrance or discomfort comes, this is for achieving any endeavor in your life, comes from, say, your friends, your relatives, the society. Suddenly somebody drops in. You have made up a plan to, say, listen to the Gita class, attend this class, but suddenly somebody without notice drops you. So that becomes a hindrance. So you're praying to the Lord, oh Lord, let nobody just barge in like that. And that is known as Adi Bhautika. First is Adhyatmika, second is Adi Bhautika. The third is Adi Daivika, which is where you want to reach a particular place for doing a endeavor, and there you see that there is heavy rain or floods or a kind of earthquake, hurricane, all natural forces. It could be as simple as you are now, we are all connected on the net, and what we need is power, and suddenly the power conks off, and then whatever generator or whatever alternate facility you have, even that is not working. So this is caused naturally by natural forces. So we pray to the Lord always, I am on the verge of doing a great endeavor, so please bless me from all this tapatraya, which is these three things: Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika, and Adi Bhautika. So always, if you keep saying this whenever you want to do something good or great in life, just pray on these lines: Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That way, that will help you. Okay. Now there were some questions about this eclipse. How to go about on this eclipse day. Suresh Ganguly had asked me. Now, okay. One is how many times to chant Mahamrutyunjaya Japa, he was asking. So this is, as I had mentioned, you can do one mala of 108, or you can do two, or you can even do three, as many as you can. Remember, the result is 100-fold what you do on the Ekadashi day. So that is one thing you bear in mind. And then how many times to chant Hanuman Chalisa, that also minimum once. And any number of times you increase, all the more good. Now, third one is at what all times you are saying. So that's a very important question. If you see the eclipse all across, it is like the timing to start in Mumbai, it is the earliest at 10 o'clock. And Bangalore starts at 10:12, Hyderabad 10:15, Delhi 10:20, and Chennai 10:22. And it ends in Mumbai at 1:27 p.m., Bangalore at 1:32, Hyderabad at 1:45, Delhi at 1:48, and Chennai at 1:41. So ideally what we can do is from, say, 9:45 up to 1:40, that is up to Chennai if you want to, or Delhi is 1:48, up to almost 2 o'clock. If you can keep continuously chanting, nothing like it. Because that's the time when the eclipse is going on, and it's the most powerful time. And the mantras, what you do during that time, has got great impact on your Chitta Shuddhi, which is your cleansing of your mind and your vasanas. Okay. So this is about the eclipse timings. Okay. So now today we are on the Divine Discourse number 66, Saturday the 20th of June 2020, Sharvari Nama Samvatsar, Uttarayan, Grishma Rutu, Jyeshta Mas, Krishna Paksha, and Chaturdasi. So we are on a very, very crucial subject, which is desire. How to manage these three strong desires in our life. And what are those three? We call them as the 3K. Kamini, Kanchana and Kirti. Kamani is basically the lust. It denotes an attractive woman, which is the lust for the woman. They're talking from the men's angle. So the other way is the lust for a handsome man. Kanchana is for money. Kirti is for fame and glory. These are three things which continuously keep hammering you. So this we learnt in the verse 37, and then in the verse 38, how the intellect, how the knowledge of a person gets completely covered by this lust and desire. And we took three gradations of a sattvic, a rajasic, and in a tamasic person. In what category it impacts us. So we learnt over there. And also, when we are in the process of enjoying the sensuous pleasures, even the worst kind of a situation in our life, we don't realize that, and we continuously are engaged in the body, mind, sensory, and the sense objects conglomeration. So this is how a human mind functions. And we all know the Lord himself says, I have created that way. I have given, with the power of Maya, I have given these 5 strong senses to a human body, and they will never allow you to be at rest. So first he's talking about what are all the ill effects of desire. Now you should understand, the Lord here is talking to, Lord Krishna is talking to Arjuna. And his intention of telling Arjuna was that now that this Dwapara Yuga is coming to an end and a deadly Kali Yuga is coming, is at the threshold. So his intention was that I need to see that those souls who need to achieve immortality or who are deserved to become one with me, I want to give this knowledge. So he took that as an opportunity and he gave this knowledge to the entire world. So he is now, primarily is what he's trying to tell you. He's saying first, understand the nature of a desire, the ill effects of desire, the possibilities of how much a desire can be fulfilled. I'm going to tell you, he says. And then he says, it's of no use being in this realm of desires because it's going to completely ruin you. So then he says how to get out of this, what all you need to do. That also he teaches us. So these are all very compassionate statements made by the Lord. And this particular knowledge is understood only by those rare, sacred, deserving souls. Others may listen, they will not understand. Another category of people will not even want to come and listen. Another category of people will not even try to listen, even if they are listening. Some don't understand listening. Some, being there, don't want to listen. Some don't even want to come to listen. And there are some who, even after listening, they just, they say this is all crap and go away. Today the world is knowing the value of Bhagavad Gita. Recently I was telling you, in one of the universities of Illinois, Saturn Business Management University, they have made Bhagavad Gita as a compulsory subject. Compulsory. Otherwise, normally a university gives you so many options to choose in terms of study. But now, imagine what kind of prominence they are giving, because they are understanding the value of the Bhagavad Gita. He says you don't have to go anywhere else. Just read the Bhagavad Gita. See, we are all trained in this world, only in the secular world. Outside, whatever is there, we only know how to tackle them. But what is within us is an area which we do not know. And psychiatrists, psychologists, all this is still a taboo in our country. And how much do they know? They will be only talking of the mind. But do they know what the vasanas are, what a subtle body is, where do these desires come from? There are a lot of psychology schools and universities taking the help of Gita, and now they are in fact combining this knowledge and teaching in their psychology classes. And one of the great psychologists, he said that there can be no other greater psychologist than Krishna ever in this creation. He has understood the human mind so very well, and he has given all the remedies with the process chart as to how a mind functions and how gradually it moves forward. Even if it is going in the ditch, he'll say, see, this is the way it is going in the ditch. Otherwise, he'll also mention, this is the way it is coming up. So in such details, all these nitty-gritties of a happy, peaceful, and smooth life is given. So we need to take all this as much as we can and imbibe in our life. Okay, so now this was told in the verse number 38. So there he gives what? A metaphor where a person is fallen in the ditch. There are snakes below. Two mice are cutting the creeper on the top. And wasps are completely biting his body and his face. And in that process, some few drops of honey are falling in his mouth. And this fellow has forgotten everything. He's enjoying that honey which is licking his face and lips. This is the state of human life. So one needs to understand this. The moment you are aware, then everything will fall in place. One who manages his wants is a successful person. And one who allows his wants to manage his life struggles to become successful. He is never successful. Because success is you getting what you want. Not necessarily that will bring you happiness. But happiness is wanting all what you get. So these lessons teach us how we could be happy with whatever we are getting. Ishwararpana buddhi, prasada buddhi. These are all these great techniques which Lord has been giving in this Karma Yoga. So let's move forward and learn more from him and see what he has to say. Now verse number 39. Please repeat. Avritam jnanametena jnanino nityavairina kamarupena kaunteya dushpurenanalena cha. Hey Kaunteya, Arjuna, son of Kunti, Nitya Vairena, this constant enemy of yours, of whom Jnaninaha, like a person who is wise like you, Kamarupena, in the form of wants, desires, Dushpurena Analena. Dushpurena Analena means a fire which can never be extinguished. Avritam, it covers Jnanam, your intellect and your buddhi, knowledge. So your mind, Arjuna, understand that decision-making capacity, what is good, what is bad, Viveka Buddhi, what we call, that particular mind is completely covered by this perpetual enemy. He will not leave you for a moment. And I tell you, Arjuna, this desire, it is an inextinguishable fire. No amount of water or any other properties you use to extinguish this, it will only increase, but it will never decrease. So as the Dayanand Saraswati, he gave this beautiful verse, as I told you, one who manages his wants is a successful person. Thus you manage your wants. You are successful already. You do not need to run around. So this way he goes about explaining that wants are something, desire is something which is like that horrible fire. Be careful. There's one professor by name Neil Burton. He's a psychiatrist and a philosopher who teaches in the Oxford University, England. He has made some great study on desire. Now what he says, desire and destiny are almost the same word in Latin. They're very close. Desiderare is longing or wishing for. Desiderare, Desidere, which again is derived from another word in Latin known as desidere, Desidere. And what does this mean? Decidere is from the stars. So now desire and destiny, they both go so very closely. Now can you relate why I'm saying this is, we now know where our desires come from. They come from the Karana Sharir, which we have studied in detail. Karana Sharir, which has those strong impressions, vasanas, tendencies of a jiva, which are done in the past lives and also the present life, it erupts inside the intellect or the buddhi as a desire. So when you talk about vasanas, that comes from the stars, which comes from your prarabdha karma. So here the stars means that prarabdha karma. So here they say this in no way it helps you in any manner. If desire is life, why should we seek to control desire? Because life is made up of desire all the time. He says for the simple reason that we seek to control life, or at least our life, to make it more pleasant or less painful and more constructive or less destructive. So as a psychologist, he talks on these lines because they have met people, how they eventually go towards a downfall. I mentioned about Anthony Bourdain, the world's greatest chef, who was a TV anchor, a host, and he had gained a lot of fame in Manhattan. He was a chef in one of the very ordinary restaurants in the US. and where he became the world's topmost chef, owning restaurants all over the world under his brand name Anthony Bourdain, where they say a meal for two, be it dinner or lunch, costs somewhere about 50 to 75,000 rupees, and your waiting period is at least 6 months. These are his designer restaurants. Now that person, he committed suicide 2 years back in 2018. Why I'm mentioning this again is, it is that desire takes you higher, 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 and at one point of time, it drops you. Unmet desire is so painful. Fear, anxiety, anger, sadness, desires about the future again. This is a midlife crisis. It completely ruins everybody. And they are still saying from where these desires come, God only knows. They talk on those lines. And in his research, he talks about the genesis of desire. This is again interesting. You know what he says? It's not so much that what we form as desires, but actual desires form in us. Now this is very clear to us also. We know that it comes from our Karan Sharir. And then he says our desires are hardly ours. This is another psychological thing. How? He says, you know what happens? You start gradually sometimes getting desires when you see others having a particular desire. You infer it. And you say, slowly you start saying, you make that also as your desire. Somebody in your peer group, they got something. You get attracted. I also should have this. This is how desires crop up. And then he comes to finally he says, if I have to divide desire into two, he says one is natural and the other segment is unnatural. Natural desires are basically for food, shelter, clothing, which you naturally require. And then he puts the unnatural, and he also calls it as vain desires, such as fame, power, wealth. They are unlimited. How much ever you try to please, it will not make any sense. And finally, as a great psychologist of London, he says, if at all you want to give a true gift to somebody, or you want to make a person happy, add not unto his riches by giving him things or gifts, but take away his desires. If you want to make somebody worthwhile, happy in life, try to see that whatever desires they have, if you can pick out one desire and extinguish in that person. Like say somebody is a heavy smoker. If you can convince that person to stop smoking, there can't be a bigger gift to that person. If a person is addicted to liquor, the greatest gift to that kind of a person would be to see that he comes out of that addiction. So this is, he says, add not unto his riches, but take away from his desires. So it's only by mastering our desires we can live life to our fullest. And definitely, it is directly proportionate. The more you master on your desires, one by one, the greater will be the amount of peace you will see in your life. All rich people are not happy. It is monetarily, desire is one of the aspects. As we say, three things, three Ks. That way, see the Kirti and Kanchana. Money is the second one. And the third one is Kirti. You want fame. And to what extent? You go on asking for more and more and more. You will never be satiated or satisfied in life. This is the whole autobiography of a desire. So the Lord says, I am just giving you another perspective from the worldly angle. There are some more perspectives of Buddha where he again talks about the same thing in the Dhammapada verses 186 and 187. There he talks about not a shower of coins can sensual desires be satiated. Sensual desires give little pleasure and are fraught with evil consequences. And he calls it as dukkha. Knowing this, the wise man, who is the disciple of the Buddha, does not find a delight even in the pleasures of the devas, but rejoices in the cessation of craving. And craving there they call it as nibbana. So this is something where research has been done. Rishi, Muni, so many people have spoken so much about this. So our endeavor has to be that you have to look at what you're desiring for. Desire for the higher. Now that what we are doing, we are desiring. Yes, we want desires. God's grace, our karma prarabdha, whatever is to come to us will come. But let me aim something higher in life. What everybody cannot achieve. And what is that which everybody cannot achieve is the road towards the God. A path towards the Supreme Almighty. The very purpose of human life is to reach the kingdom of God. Now, we have learnt about that 9 blessings. In detail, we have studied what are the 9 blessings. And we were there somewhere on the 5th, 6th level. We are very close. We are so blessed to be on this planet Earth today. And we are talking about the right things at the right time. So when 9 meaning if we are on, let's say you're on 6, what is in between now? 7 and 8. That's all. Because 9 is destination any which case. If you are on the 5th position, you are left with 3. Only 3 steps to go. So we have to put in our best. And once you start traveling inside, the outside desires or fancy for the outside things will just appear like muck. You'll no more be interested in all that. Only thing is now we have to change our sight from outwardly sight to inwardly sight. The moment you do that, then automatically there is so much of joy coming within. Why will you want to eat outside? You will want to eat outside only when you don't get tasty food at home, isn't it? When you get the best of the food at home, you will say, I don't need to eat out. I'm happy eating at home. So you have to travel inward. And you have to experience that. And the moment you experience, then you will see a great amount of joy coming, which is in no comparison to the outside sense gratification. So gradually we have to start getting into that mode. Okay, so we do our meditation now, and I hope all of you are have now finished by hearting the shloka. Can I get a quick feedback? Everybody has by hearted? Very good. So now the central theme of this shloka is that we spoke about moha. So what I'll do is on Monday I'll take up some more explanation on moha, and then how to open up your subconsciousness to all these kind of great learnings which we are going to do. I will talk in detail on Monday. I will not visit the next shloka over here. We will straight go to this on Monday. Otherwise, what will happen? I always think that I try to take it after at least one shloka, but almost the entire class goes for one shloka. So we'll take this up on Monday, and post that I will give you the next shloka, which is surrender. So let these central themes go deep into our mind, and we'll get into the process of inculcating all these great qualities, not in our conscious mind, because our conscious mind is always going to trick you. Let it go into the subconscious mind. And even without your knowledge, your subconscious mind will take care of yourself. Like as the reflex actions, they happen from your subconscious mind. So let's rely more on the subconscious mind. With the conscious mind and the right knowledge, we export all that deep into our conscious mind. And how to do it, what to do, when to do, we will discuss on Monday. And with that knowledge, scientific knowledge and the scriptural knowledge combined, we will move forward in sadhana. See, for example, now you have this. Let's say we get this virus for this antivirus for coronavirus. Okay, you have got it now. Now, if you keep it in front of you and you meditate in front of that virus bottle or whatever, a powder or whatever it is, you may do any amount of meditation, you may do any amount of prayer or puja for that vaccine, but unless and until that vaccine enters your body, it is not going to do any good to you. So you may read the Bhagavad Gita, you may by heart this, you may understand this, you may become a scholar, you may do PhD on this. But I tell you, unless and until it goes inside your mind, deep within your mind, you will have no benefit of this. So that is the reason I insist that we need to give a very different approach to this learning. Otherwise, what? Bhagavad Gita, when somebody passes away, they just read those chapters during that time, when they're doing the Antim Kriya or when they have this prayer ceremony. That's all. That is how much. That is the kind of importance this has been given. But this is a life changer, a game changer. The earlier you get in life, you're sorted. So we'll do it that way. Okay. You'll want to try a much lighter mode of meditation. Now we are doing on the concept of awareness. You'll want to try a lighter mode. Or you all are okay with okay. Okay, now I'll take you to a lighter mode. Now we'll be relaxing each and every portion of the body one by one. While we are relaxing that portion of the body, we are also energizing that portion of the body by using that awareness technique. So when I say your left leg, you have to visualize that that entire left leg is filled with that consciousness, that Chetana Shakti, awareness, flowing entirely on your left leg. This has got a lot of curative benefits. So do it very sincerely. It will not only relax you, but even inside, if there are some cells going cancerous, they'll be destroyed if you do it powerfully and again and again. Let's all sit straight. Keep your eyes gently closed as the two petals are resting one above the other. Left leg relax. Take your awareness from your foot to your calf, your knee, your thigh, right leg relax. Relax your waist. Relax your back and upper body. Left hand relax. Right hand relax. Relax your shoulders and neck. Relax your face and forehead. Stretch your forehead a bit. You will feel relaxed. Wear a smile on your face. Now your entire body and mind is completely relaxed. Keep breathing normally at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, your abdomen expands, and as you exhale, your abdomen contracts. Focus on your navel going in and out. Just keep focusing. All these are exercises to improve your concentration. Apart from making you relaxed. Keep breathing normally, gently. Now bring your focus to the same breath at the tip of your nostrils. Feel the air gently entering your nostrils and coming out. Keep breathing normally. Your entire body is relaxed. Your mind too is relaxed. You are listening to my voice. Focus your attention on the sounds surrounding you. Whatever be the kind of sounds, just observe without being judgmental. If there are no sounds, observe the silence. Now everything you're observing is in your awareness. The perceptions of your body, your senses. Your calm mind. Your calm breath. And your relaxed body. Is all in this awareness. Now, we'll be using the power of a mantra to give that boost to our body and mind. Just keep listening. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. You are experiencing a complete state of absorption, a completely quiet mind and body. A serene mind. A tranquil mind. Keep floating in this serenity and quietude. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Now slowly become aware of the sounds around you. Observe your breath. At the tip of your nose, Shwasa Vikshanam, breath observance. You are breathing very calm and gently. Your mind is very calm and peaceful. Your body is completely relaxed. Now become aware where you are seated. Become aware of the surroundings. Slowly rub your palms. Place them on our eyes. And lovingly and gently open our eyes. Any comments, suggestions or questions? You can come on Q&A or you can type. Okay, I think everybody is still at peace. We'll close the session here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Panamastu. O Lord the Almighty, our infinite thanks and salutations for giving us this rare opportunity and blessing. Our gratitude and salutations to the Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om everybody. Have a wonderful evening and a great Sunday tomorrow. Revise as much as you can. Do some manana, understanding. And let's catch up on Monday. Same time. Hari Om.